Greetings gamers, there has been a wide range of debate going at the moment as to who should fix your consoles. Yes guys, it is stupid that we are having this debate, but let's go through and let's break it all down and let's answer any questions that you guys may actually have. So who's this actually going to affect? Well, it is actually both PlayStation and Xbox. It's actually both of them that want you to go through and send your console back to the manufacturer for repairs. How does this affect on people? Well, quite simply, the fact is that if you go sending your console back to Microsoft for a repair, you could be waiting 4 or 6 weeks. Now guys, that's obviously, it's not just Microsoft that are doing this. Obviously, if you were to send it off to Sony, the same thing would happen. You would be waiting for your manufacturer to return it to you. What is actually happening is there is actually a computer store at the moment who actually fixes consoles on the fly. So instead of taking 4 to 6 weeks, for example, he can normally get it done in a few days. So over in Manhattan's East Village, a man who only wants to be identified by his PlayStation username as Gorilla Stump explains his passion for repairing video game consoles. Years ago, he turned those skills into a job and is now entangled in legal battles across the country. I've been fixing stuff since I was a little kid. Scavenging garbage, Gorilla Stump said, not looking up from the 360 he was dismantling with a screwdriver. Basically, I went from Legos to real-life troubleshooting. Now guys, recently 8 state senators have introduced bills that actually protect Gorilla Stump's right to repair consoles. If passed, they require console manufacturers like Microsoft and Sony to put spare parts and manuals on the market for independent console repairmen. Now, it's a small thing with a big implication, namely preventing an industry repair monopoly. Now, currently, independent repair companies don't depend on console manufacturers for spare parts or information. Chinese eBay vendors and YouTube videos get the job done. These right to repair bills will expand and legitimize the independent repair industry, in the process testing manufacturers' grip on the console post-warranty life. If customers had no access to an independent shop and it had the option but to ship their Xboxes to Microsoft for a disk drive replacement, they'd have to wait for a month, pay up to a third of the console's price tag, and potentially receive in return a new console without any of their saved data. These bills would ensure that that won't happen. So the gaming industry doesn't think these bills are necessary. In fact, the representative for the Entertainment Software Association, the lobbying group that hosts E3 and counts amongst its members most video game publishers, told Kokoda that the information and tools that would be disseminated thanks to these right to repair bills would cause problems. Specifically, they said the information would help step aside consoles' digital protection assets and invite unethical individuals to break the law and encourage widespread theft of video games and proprietary information. Lobbying against the right to repair bill, the gaming industry is working to make their own repair services indispensable and uncontested, the sort of capitalist future that Apple has already affected. In early 2000, legislators originally pushed the right to repair bills to fight car dealers' monopoly on automotive repairs. After a 10-year fight, the Manchester legislature passed the Automotive Right to Repair Act in 2013 so that any technician can get the tools and information they need to fix cars. When the right to repair movement became a hot issue in tech, repair industry lobbyists looked at the Automotive Rights to Repair Act. We did some copy and paste on the bill and substitute digital electronic products for automotive. Gary Byrne, the executive director of the Repair Association, told Kokoda. The two initiatives were similar in theory except for one crucial thing. In 1998, Digital Millennial Copyright Act, which protects game manufacturers' copyright claims, but also contains a stipulation protecting independent hardware repair, at least in theory. Now guys, the requirement in the copyright law says that you can't fix the hardware if it might infringe on the copyright of the software. It's acclaimed technology manufacturers parrot when asked what's so controversial about releasing diagnostic materials or repair parts, a claim that had been hard-pressed to substitute with real incidents. When the red ring of death plague hit Xbox 360 consoles, signaling a crucial hardware malfunction, Gorilla Stump said he fixed 20 consoles a week. Microsoft mercifully extended their Xbox warranty, placing a $1 billion stack of chips on retaining their customer base, but the repair took weeks. It's all about keeping the gamers playing cheaply and stress-free as possible. Gorilla Stump told me I can get stuff back to them in a week. So guys, what does all this mean? Well, basically means that the reason why we cannot use official parts at your local computer store to repair your consoles is because PlayStation and Microsoft are worried about breaching copyright. Yes, the protection that protects your consoles from playing pirated games is built into the actual process or into the systems, and they are worried by giving out the manuals or the parts that they might actually be able to bypass that, or we might be able to bypass that and start playing pirated games. Here's a hint. Don't give us the manual with the copyright infringement or copyright protection system put in it. We do not need to know how to bypass the copyright protection system or anything to do with the copyright protection system in order to replace a burnt out hard drive, or in order to replace a burnt out disk drive for that matter. At the end of the day, all we need to know is simply how to replace the drive, how to replace CD drives, how to replace memory, whatever it may be, or the processor. Stuff which would not have anything to do with the actual copyright protection. And in fact, I think they're using this copyright protection as an excuse because they do not want to lose the monopoly on repairs. At the end of the day, a person will only buy a console once every 4 or 5 years. Microsoft and Xbox and PlayStation are kind of hoping that you take your console to them, they repair it, and they charge you this exorbitant price in order to recoup some of the money that they actually spend in R&D. Once competitors start using official Microsoft products and official manuals, then obviously there are going to be a lot more people repairing the systems, and at the end of the day, the more people that repair, the cheaper the price gets. That's all it has to do with, is them trying to protect their bottom line. But guys, I'm interested. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Do you think this has to do with Microsoft wanting to control the repair monopoly? Or do you think they actually have a valid reason and that we shouldn't be able to repair our own consoles or take it to a store for repairs, because at the end of the day it might impact on the anti-copyright protection? I'm interested in letting me know what your thoughts are on this. Guys, obviously apart from that, if this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. And obviously guys, apart from that, I'll see you playing games. Have a great day and enjoy.